Dutch asks Arthur to look into the Greys, and the very first person he meets upon visiting their estate, aside from some very grumpy guards, is Beau Grey, the nephew of the sheriff. He seems to be pretty level-headed, all things considered, calling out what he sees as the obvious plan the Van der Linde gang has to take advantage of the families, while also asking for Arthur's help to deliver a letter to the woman he loves, Penelope Braithwaite. Penelope is a little more difficult to reach, as the Braithwaites apparently have their property a lot more locked down than the Greys, but delivering the letter and gift Beau provided gets us a foot in the door there as well. And the relationship between Penelope and Beau is more than just a romantic storyline. It's a mirror in a lot of ways to the fight the Van der Linde gang is facing with the encroachment of society and the rule of law on their way of life. On the one hand, you have the older and more dedicated members of the Greys and Braithwaites, fighting an old battle and holding tightly onto a way of doing things that doesn't make sense. Most of them can't even remember which side started the feud, or explain why they hate each other so much. They just cling to it like their lives depend on it. In the same way, the Van der Linde gang is clinging to an outdated way of life that really doesn't make a lot of sense. They have to live every day wondering if some other gang or the law is going to take them out. And they have to worry every time they go anywhere close to other groups of people if they're going to be recognized. Most of them couldn't even give a solid reason, outside of freedom or riches, as to why they are outlaws. And they've had chances to melt into society, with several members of the gang drifting in and out of the life over the years, but they always come back like it's some kind of drug. And that's juxtaposed with the law, or new way of doing things, that threatens the life they know. The Pinkertons, and society writ large, are a direct threat to their way of doing things in the same way that the relationship between Beau and Penelope is a threat to the feud between the Greys and the Braithwaites. If Beau and Penelope are allowed to be together, it means the feud might die off, and most of the other members of each family wouldn't know what to do if that happened. In the same way, some members of the Van der Linde gang would likely be fine if they had to reintegrate into society, but many wouldn't know how to survive if the daily fight for survival wasn't there.